Welcome to a match of Starcraft 2 played by people that are way better than me. The map is Hardwire, landing in the upper right. Going to be the blue Terran, who just sent an SCV out of his base a little early. It is ByuN. 2 SCVs. Alright, here we go. And the opponent in the bottom left, spawning as the red Zerg, who's making a spawning pool already. No time for introductions. It is Scarlett. Already, things are off. They're hitting the ground running. I tell you, 1, 2, 3 SCVs. And I think that was a 14 pool, if my peripheral caught that right. So, oh man, ladies and gents, how exciting. A proxy 3 racks up against a gas first spawning pool. The gas first, that's going to be a quick ling speed and a quick transition potentially into maybe banelings, maybe roaches. Very quick ling speed, starting up right at 120. First rack's gonna finish up for Mr. ByuN here. Both of these players, actually, one thing I should point out before the action heats up, they're teammates. They both playing for Shopify Rebellion. So maybe this is very on purpose, because it might be a bit out of how they normally play when they practice against each other. Scarlett gonna see the Marine, knows instantly that aggression is on the table. Does ByuN know about the Zerglings? It's tough to say. The Zerglings are just gonna go across the map though, because Scarlett identifies there's gotta be barracks outside the base for the Marine to get here that quickly, and for there to even be a Marine. It makes no sense. You wouldn't just send a scouting Marine out like that. Depot going to be raised, ByuN rightfully starting the bunker. Zerglings and Marines meeting each other in the center of the map. Scarlett just gonna back off though. Does she try to get the Zerglings out before the Marines get here? The SCVs are gonna be very helpful for blocking out the Zerglings. Oh, they pick up 1 SCV as speed finishes up. 1 Marine gonna be torn asunder. And that's it. ByuN floating 1. No, he's floating all 3 barracks back home, okay. With ling speed being done a fair bit early, because of there's a Bane nest, apparently. I missed the Bane nest because I'm too focused and excited on this. ByuN knows. He sees it. So all these extra buildings are to deal with the potential Bane bust. There's only 4 Banes though. So 4 Banes, I mean, yeah, they can bust the way in, but not through all of that. Single Marine, Timmy the Marine going out to check, looking for danger. Scarlett behind this going to take a hatch though. It's not a Bly game. We are actually going to have a macro match. ByuN canceling a few things. He realizes the Banes were just to scare him. They could still come in, but Scarlett's not looking to just end the game. Those barracks gonna sit their barracks butts down. Scarlett hiding the Banes. Ooh. Alright, drones transferring down. That hatch is gonna finish up. And the Zerglings can just keep a tab on things. Can see, is ByuN going to take this expansion? Is he going to get a tank up on the high ground? He is walled in though. Good luck breaking this that quickly. Barracks kicking into Marine production. CC is on the high ground and the second gas is being taken. So both of these players, they want to transition out of the very aggressive early game that we had here. Where do you go from here? Do you just say, alright, it's a normal game now? ByuN gonna swap-a-roo the buildings, get some reactored Hellions on the way, single Hellion spots. There are Zerg here. And as any respectable Terran knows, you go down your ramp, you see Zerg, what do? You get back up. You raise the depot wall. Oh, Zergling picked off. Tragedy. Scarlett behind this. She's just droning. She's taking a third hatch. Wants to get into that actual macro game. Have to see what kind of compositions are going to be chosen. ByuN, I have no doubt, is going to do something very marine-centric because it's ByuN. It's Micro Jackson. We came here to see stim marines. We came here to see drops and YOLO maneuvers. Scarlett, what's it gonna be? Lingbane. Will we see mutas though? That would be exciting. That would be nice. I feel like mutas are not as popular a choice lately. Lurkers are big. Lurkers are very nice, but mutas, it depends. It depends on the matchup. Hellions going out on the map now. They're gonna go over to Scarlett's side, see what they can find here. Creep Tumor instantly gone. Oncologist ByuN is on the job. Spots the third hatch, spots a pack of 5 queens, and very intelligently says, no, thank you. I do not want to mess with 5 queens. Salvage the bunker, the ByuNker. I'm sorry. Mildly. I'm mildly sorry about that. Salvages the bunker, gets some money back. Scarlett going with a rather late-ish lair, but given everything that's happened to this game, I'm gonna say it's probably fine. Hellion's gonna be picked off. Not actually. Viking on the hunt. 0 kills. Gonna find 1 over here though. Couple medevacs being produced now. 10 drones. 2 Evo chambers. Upgrades are on the table. We gotta look away. We can't see that Overlord death. Yeah, I'm gonna pick off a Creep Tumor and finally sending out some Marines. We can get some action going on here. Stim is completed. Combat Shields is nowhere near finished, but there are 2 medevacs here. And you give ByuN some Marines and 2 medevacs and he can win championships. Let's see what he can get done here. Scan initial. Picking off some Creep Tumors. Queens are spotted here. Oh, the Lingbane rolling in. ByuN microing back. Queens offering their support as a fantastic wall to protect the Banes. There's no Bane speed, so the Marines can very easily target fire down those Banes. Maybe get some time to spread out. Scarlett gonna send Zerglings across the map, even with the threat of ByuN on the doorstep. Scarlett's gonna send the Lings across. The depot wall is raised though. ByuN is no joke. He's no Gold League mess up. The depot wall is raised and Marines are at the front, ready to protect more Marines going forward. Queen picked off. Regicide on the field. A lot of Lings, the very hungry Zerglings getting in the way. The Banes cannot get their connections. ByuN gonna pull those Marines back. 1-1 on the wave. Melee upgrades, so definitely gonna be sticking with the Ling Bane for Scarlett and ByuN. Switching into tank production, not Widow Mine. Doesn't he know everyone's feelings about Widow Mines? This Viking, how's the Viking doing? Just 1 kill, just that 1 kill from this side. Holy 39 Banes in production. Couple siege tanks are set up, but 50 Banes are on the field. Do 50 Banes care about 2 tanks? Stay tuned to find out. I'm gonna go with no. Scarlett at a comfortable 60 drones, 20 Zerglings being produced, scouting Marine gonna be picked off. Are you doing what I think you're doing? Gonna set up an epic surround here. ByuN pre-spreading as well. Here we go. Oh, Marines pulling back now. The tanks are left exposed to the Zerglings. Marines trying to target fire down some of the Banes. They are not getting the connections they need. Rolling forward, Lings. Oh, the pickup. Excellent. Pull back behind the safety of the wall, but is the wall really that safe? Banes are connecting onto tanks, Marines, Zerglings ravaging the SCVs in the third base. Zerglings going to be cleaned up by those Marines there, but the third base completely vacated and lifted. That was a good attack. I think Scarlett's in a very nice position after that one. Let's see. Numbers. We like numbers. The numbers are still ByuN favored, but 24 SCVs. That's a big loss. Knocking ByuN down to only 42 workers. He does have the third CC, so he can replace them, but that is time and resources not spent making Marines, which I'm sure is what ByuN would want to be making. Gonna go try and get some damage done on the other side. He might get some damage done on the lair, not gonna choose to. That's a lot of Zerglings. Hungry Zerglings, the board game no one wanted to play. Maybe Zerg players. Zerg players maybe wanted to play it. You can let me know in the comments below. Would you play Hungry Zerglings? Armory, so that ByuN can actually get +2. This is not enough Marines. I'm no mathematician. I do not have a math degree, but I'm going to go with that's probably not enough Marines to get everything done there. They are actually getting it done, though. I had to say it. Wow, that's a lot of dead Zerglings. Holy moly, 67 Zerglings just met their end at the hands of those Marines. Scarlett, learning that lesson, just going to send the rest of the swarm across the map. Bane's connecting, continuing to roll. Tank on the high ground, going to offer very nice support, though. SCVs have to evacuate. Better that they evacuate than lose their lives, though. 2-2 just finished up for Scarlett. ByuN has not even started his 2-2 yet. Bit of a potential mistake in the next couple minutes. If Scarlett can get to Hive and get 3-3 started, gonna be in an even better spot. Oh, those Zerglings are found. They're going to be scouted and meet their end. 2-2 is going to start Liberator production as well. I like it. I very much like it. Infestation Pit's about to finish up. ByuN's medevacs are spotted here. Couple spores in the main. Just not going to drop. Not even full with it. I approve. Definitely approve. What's going on here? You know, ByuN, you can actually repair medevacs. You don't have to leave them with red health. SCVs, they have this really fascinating ability to repair things. I may not be able to repair many things because I'm not, mechanically inclined like that, but the SCVs, they can get the job done, and they even think that they get overtime for it. Or maybe you just have to give them a well-buttered biscuit. Do they take payment in food? I take payment in food. That sounds great. But I digress. Tangent complete. ByuN setting up 2 groups of Marines on both sides of the map, keeping creep in check while he just builds up a bigger force. The worker deficit, this is where you start to see it really come into play. A few minutes later, your economy's just not well set up. It takes longer to get the ball rolling, to get that max supply. Ooh, that's a lot of circling still. Oh, he picks up. Alright, saves them from the Banes. Takes a few Zerglings down. 4 drones were killed on 8 total kills on that Liberator. Not too bad for being in the way of a Spore Crawler as well. Taking just a few drones out. 3-3 gonna start, and Viper production. How's ByuN's tank count doing? He's got 5. So the Vipers, depending on where the tanks are, they could be used for abducts. I think it's more likely to see them used for Blinding Cloud and Ultralisk Cavern. That's exciting. I would like to see Ultras. Marine tank composition definitely has some vulnerability to Ultralisks. You need a real heavy anti-armor solution, such as Marauders, such as Liberators, to deal with the Ultras effectively. Marines don't deal with them too well, and siege tanks are vulnerable because of their lack of mobility. Oh, pardon me. ByuN's Marine's going to be cleaned up there. What's this, a spore? Making a spore crawler to keep Marines out? I didn't know spores could counter Marines. No, he's countering the medevac. Spores counter medevacs. Pretty much everything can counter a medevac if you consider the fact that they don't actually attack. But, who am I to point that out? Ultralisks in production as well. Y'all really need to start fighting each other. I am not an entertaining person, and it is a crime that you make me entertain these people. Banes, very ambitious Banes. Getting rid of the Widow Mines. 3 to 4 Banes is what you need. You can draw that Widow Mine fire, kill them off with the incidental damage. Spore Crawler going to deal with those Liberators, but not quick enough. 4 drones are picked off. How are we doing on the numbers? Oh, great Widow Mine shots. ByuN making a bit of a comeback with those economically viable Widow Mines. Ugh, do not get me started on Widow Mines. They are absolutely gross at times. Queen with 2 kills. I think she picked off the Liberator. The one Liberator that got away over here, I think, just died. 5 more Ultras on the way for Scarlett, going up to 6 Ultras total. ByuN does know about the Ultras now, though. Already has Marauders on the field. Oh no, the Vipers! Oh, Scarlett! Oh, the Vipers just flew right into the pack of Marines and a couple Vikings. That's a big loss. I think they were full energy, too. No Blinding Cloud, no Abduct. Are there any others? There are not. Double Spire gonna be the tech choice now for Scarlett, though. How many did you just kill? 10 kills just for being in the wrong place. 3 siege tanks on a planetary. You're gonna need a lot more Banes to deal with that. Ultras trying to make some stuff work. There's a lot of Marauders here, though. ByuN rocking 20 Marauders and counting, increasing that 4 at a time. Ultra gonna clean up that run by there. The Ultras get on top of a few siege tanks. Those are definitely gonna meet their ends. So the CC is lifted. 15 more SCVs were killed off. This group of Banes is gonna roll around, thinking about life, just rolling. Meanwhile, another swarm being prepared for Scarlett, down to 150 supply. Able to get back up pretty quickly, though. 3 Ultras, 20 Lings. What's the Spire going to be for, though? I can't see it being Mutas, because Marines and Widow Mines both are on the field in droves. Do you just go straight into Greater Spire? Go for Broods? Is ByuN even going to give you that chance, though? Widow Mines set up, burrowed, and drilled into the ground. Ambitious Marauder, baiting the Widow Mine shot. Queen, no. The Queen. Group of Marauders. Oh, having to get picked up, though. A lot of Bane connections and the Ultras. That's a great spot for the Ultras, so do not blame ByuN at all for having to get out of there. ByuN's losing a lot of his army presence over here. He's got a group of Marines able to draw some of the Lings away. Scarlett just gonna... Oh, Viking shot. I wondered what killed the Overseer. It just, like, popped out of nowhere. It is going to be Greater Spire with Corruptors on the way, so going into the Broodlords. Marauder, Marine, mostly Marauder group here, able to get that hatch. That hatch dies very quickly. Marauders with their anti-armor damage, able to really dish it out to those armored targets quickly. I'm liking the position of ByuN more and more now, though. He's been able to squeeze these outer bases enough. Scarlett's hurting for money. Not able to build up the supply quickly enough, despite having 79 drones. ByuN's been killing off the hatches. Another hoorah going in. Ultras being kited back. Corruptors dealing with the medevacs. The Widow Mines taking everything else out, though, and this is plenty of Marauders. The Ultra is going to be picked off. The entire army is gone. ByuN gonna take the game. Really just kind of crippled the economy in the late game. Scarlett just could not replace enough at the late stage of the game, ByuN taking it. A well-earned GG. If you enjoyed the game, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a great day.